Hello, Lucy here for the Scrapbook Cottage, and I'm here today to make a 6x6 mini album. This mini album, sorry, frog in my throat. I chose to make it for summer. I've made some also with for babies, so it's cute no matter what. It holds a lot of pictures. So let me just go through it with you so you can see how I've put pretty paper on it. So the first page, the first cover, the back of the cover has a pocket. Okay. And I chose to just take some extra black paper that I had from this, from cutting this, and some of the 3x4 elements, put pictures on the back, and you can stick them in here. Next is I believe it's 4x5, not quite 4x6 page. Then we have what is really the first page. Okay. And there are 3 of these kinds of pages. So this one opens up nicely, and you can put a picture here. It's a pocket again, and this opens up this way. So you get lots of pictures, picture places. You put a picture here. Back of this page, we have a fold-out zigzag little pull-out that has room for, I believe these are 5x5. There is a belly band. That's how I keep this in here. It's with a belly band. This page opens up, and you can put another 4x5, close to 6 there. Like I said, this album, we just repeat. So there's this page, and then this page repeats again. So it's quite easy because you're making the same thing 3 times. Okay? And in between the pages, I have just chosen some paper just to take out the black. So I just use strips that are leftovers. On the back is another pocket, the back cover, another pocket to put some tags in. Okay, so it's an easy book. Let's get started. In your kits, you will find 2 larger sheets of paper that will say cover on it. And I just want to make sure that I'm in. Let me just move you about just a little bit. There we go. That should help. So that says it'll say cover on it. What we're going to do with this is we are going to put these 2 together. Now I believe this is 5mm tape, and I'm going to just put it on the very edge of this one page, and we're going to put it and attach it to this page. Okay, so just like that. So that gives us a nice long page to work with. Next, I'm going to pull in my chipboard, and we have 3 pieces, front, back, spine, and we need to cover one side of those totally. Okay, I like to use sheets of Suquang. We have them at the store. I just find they're much easier to work with, quicker to work with. I don't have a lot here. I'm running low, so I'm going to have to end up using some tape, but I am going to use what I can of the sheet. The sheets are no more expensive, but I find that they're just much quicker to put on and quicker to take off. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to go like this. No? Okay. There we go. That in the garbage. What am I going to do with this little piece? I'll just put it there, but I do have another piece like this that I'm going to use here. Oh, that was very close to being exact. Let's see if that's going to come off. Yep. Okay. And I think that's all I have of sheets. So I'm going to have to pull out, I have a big one like this. It's going to last, I've had it forever and it just lasts and lasts. And so much easier than using the thinner tape, right? There we go. Yep. Let's see. There we go. I'm not too worried about the extra on the side. It's not going to show anyway, so. Okay, so we have just a little itsy bitsy piece here that we need to put in. And I'm going to use this tape. There we go. And let's use, I don't have anything else. I'm going to have to use this tape. My 5/8 or 7, pardon me, 9.5, which is a pain here because I'm going to have to use several little strips. That one's done. This one's done. Okay. I just need a few little ones here. See what I mean by putting in, by using the one big piece of flat. It's just so much easier. But I'm also not going to throw out any pieces. Okay, before we put those down, we're going to put a piece of Tyvek in here. Now, I have a piece of black Tyvek here. I had it at home. I'm not sure where I got it. We have white Tyvek at the store. I like to put Tyvek in where there's going to be joins, like where they're going to fold, okay? Just to make the black paper a little bit stronger. If you don't know what Tyvek is, it's what carpenters wrap houses with. It's also great for, it's also used in offices for letters. That's what we have at work, our big envelopes. And they're so strong. So I'm going to see, is this going to work? Yeah, it's going to do. And then I'll put this one here and this one here. And that way, when we do our folding, it'll be a bit stronger there. Okay. So I'm just going to make a little line where I want to put, where I want to keep this piece. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to suquang the back of it. Back, front, it doesn't really matter. It's the same. The same on both sides. There we go. And we need some for this side, huh? Well, I guess I'll do this side this way. There we are. Okay, I'm having trouble with this. I'm just going to cut. There we go. And I'm going to hang on to that piece. Okay, let's put this down. There we go. Come on. It's not wanting to. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna, doesn't matter if there's glue on the outsides. There. Now we can put our chipboard down. I'm going to start with the spine. Usually I wouldn't, but I want to make sure that where I've joined these two pieces of paper, that it's in the middle of my spine, not near the edge of it, because then there'd be more chance of it cracking on me or ripping. So I'm going to make sure that it's just smack dab in the middle, about an inch from the top and the bottom. Okay, I'm going to take this tool that a friend of mine made. Her and her husband have 3D printers, and she made that for me because I kept telling her how I needed to use, I think it was 3 or 5 millimeter suquang, and it was really a waste of suquang because it was only there for me to measure, to make sure that I had the right measurement in between. So they came up with this toy tool for me, and I love it. It's 1 inch on top, which is that 1 inch or more that we need, and it has this piece that's exactly what I need so that my album will open and close nicely. So I take it out, put this one back on, and again, it's a time-saving tool and money-saving as well, because I'm not using that suquang for no reason other than just to help me choose or know how far to put it. So I got this against my spine. I'm going to put this up nicely here, and it's done. Okay, so now we are going to tape all the way around each chipboard piece and all around the black. So Lots of Suquang. Okay, I'm not going to bother putting it in the corner here. I'm just going to go up like that. Put tape this way. Before I put it on the black on the edge here, we're going to cut some of that off. I meant to do it before starting my taping, but I forgot. We'll do it right away. Okay, and all the way along here. And I'm just going to cut off on the edges there. We don't need all that paper. So I'm just going to cut off some so that it's about an inch on the ends here as well. Okay. Put tape here. And here. Okay, we're going to cut these corners off, and I use this tool that again my friend made. I used to, in order to know how far, you know, where to put my line to cut this off so that I didn't have chipboard showing, I would use a couple of pieces of chipboard, kind of stand them up here, and then hope for the best. Now what I do is I just put this tool here, and I've got just the right amount of room between here and the edge for me to cut that off. So again, nifty tool that saves me time. I always want that. So now we're going to cut this off. There we go. And we're ready to start folding this in. What I like to do, just to make sure my chipboard is, or my cardstock is right against my chipboard, I like to fold it in like that. This way I make sure my chipboard is right on the edge and there's no extra extra cardstock. And I'm going to lift these guys up just so that they're not in like stuck in. You'll see here in a minute. Okay, come on. There we go. They're being picky here. Being difficult. Okay, come on, you have to stay there. And this one. that off. And now I'm going to just roll it down onto itself here. And I'm going to burnish. Burnishing also helps to make sure that I have a nice clean look on the bottom here. I'm just going to put these back. Oh, this guy snuck under. Okay. Now we're going to do the same to the other side. I always do the long ones first. I'm not sure if it's a rule, if you have to. I just like to do it that way. Get the big part done first, and then I do the ends. Okay. And we roll again. We burnish. So just going to go down for now. Now, when we get to the ends, if we were just going to do this, see how this little piece here sticks out and it doesn't look very finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to push those corners in. Take your bone folder and just push it in. Take that off and that off, and I roll the end as well so that it's like that. And see how nice the corners are. They wouldn't have been that nice had we not rolled that paper in. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to push those corners in. And take the tape off. And we have nice clean corners again. All right, now next step is to use the piece that says gusset hider. And what this does is it just does exactly that. It hides all this mess that's underneath there. We're going to have pretty paper on these anyways, so it doesn't matter. But I don't like to see any of this, so we're going to use a gusset hider. Okay, and this piece of paper is going to go almost like about 1/8 of an inch from the top and bottom. So we're going to use tape just along the edges because there's lots of tape on the inside here. That's why we put that there, so that this gusset hider didn't kind of bubble up. It's going to be well taped down. And some people say, wow, you're using a lot of tape just to make this cover. Yep, but we're making the foundation, right? If the foundation of your house isn't strong, you know, your walls and everything are not going to stay put very long. I've got albums at the store that have been there at least 5 years. You can imagine how many times they've been open and closed, sometimes dropped, and they're just like they were when I made them. They're not falling apart. So I swear by Su Quang. Okay, so we've taken all that off. We're going to try to be centered as best we can, okay? As best we can, and with about the same amount of distance top and bottom, and we put her down. Now we're going to bend that, fold it. See, our gusset hider is staying put because of all the tape that's in there, right? So here's our cute little book. Now, some paper will do this. I don't know if you can see how it's kind of torn up there. I take some either Barely Art glue or Barely Craft glue or glitter glue. And I'm just going to put some there. It dries clear, so you're not going to see it. There isn't even a shine to it. It's really, both of them are so good. So I'm just going to do that to these pieces because this paper kind of not happy about it, but we do what we can, right? Okay, put my needle back. Love this glue. Okay, so we are done our wrap for now. We're going to start building our page, and we're going to only build one big set of pages because, you know, it would be a 2 or 3 hour long video if we did all 3 pages. So we're going to do one and show you exactly what you have to do with that one, and you'll just repeat it for the others. So I have page A here, and on the 6 5/8, I'm going to score at 5/8 and at 7/8. Okay. Page B, just gonna, page B on 6 1/8, you're gonna score at 3/8 and at 3/4. Okay. Set that aside. On pocket A, on the 6 3/4, we are going to, we are going to score at a half on both ends. So instead of trying to figure out what a half is there, we're going to do half on that side. Pocket B, 6 5/8, we're going to score at a half on both ends. Again, rather than doing the math, let's just flip it around. Flap A, on 5 1/4, whoop, not that way, 5 1/4, we're going to score at a half and at 5/8. So just a wee little gusset this time. Flap B, on 6 1/8, we're going to score at a half. Flap C, on 5 1/8, so this is 5 1/8 on the shorter one, we're going to score at a half. Look, come on. Insert D. Belly band. Where's my belly band? What did I do with my belly band? Belly band is, oh, here it is, I think. That's too big. It's 1 3/4. Yeah, it has to be 6 5/8. So let's cut this 6 5/8. There we go. We're gonna, on the 6 5/8, we are going to score at a half, and we're going to flip it again and score at a half. Okay, front and back inside pocket. So I have one here. Okay, this is front or back. We're going to score it at a half and at 6 1/2. Okay, I've already done that one. Then we're going to skip to insert D. And on the 5 inches, this is 5 inches, we're going to score at a half. Okay, and you're going to do that to 2 of them. Okay, and that's it for scoring. We're going to take them back and we're going to tape. So I'm going to tape on this one larger section, not on the small gusset. Okay, always on the outside one, sorry. This is a pocket, so we have to go on both sides. Another pocket. Floppy. I like to keep them in the order that you found them in your kit. Hopefully they're still in that order, because when I cut them, I put them in the right order. Then you don't have to, be brushing around trying to find, like I did with my belly band. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off here. Belly band, I'd already got my inside pocket ready, and I have inserts D done. Okay, let's go back to page A, and we're going to miter. So mitering means we're just going to cut off this little corner from the edge just up to the score line, not further than the score line. Okay, so we're just cutting off that little bit. You might find it easier to do it on the other side where the tape isn't. You can see then. You might want to go from the score line out, whatever works best for you. Okay. I've done so many that I can kind of do it either way. Although I've made mistakes. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. If there's 2 score lines, only up to that first one, not the second one. I'm hoping you can see all of this, what I'm doing. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I've done this one already, and I've done my D already. All right, now we are going to fold and burnish all of the pieces. So burnish, and then we have to fold on that other score line, and we're going to burnish again. It's 2 score lines to this one again. So we're going to burnish on that one and burnish on the next one. Only 1 score line here, so we can One score line. Yep. One at a time. When you're making your own, you can, you know, I would do all three at once. So I would do all three flap C's at once, all three belly bands at once, and just keep them separate. And this one's done, and this guy's done. Okay, we are going to start putting together. So we have page A. We are going to we're going to put page A with the taped side down. Okay, taped side down. Open edge to the right side of the base. Okay, so this is the tape side's facing down on the left, right? Not up on the left, but down on the left. We're going to take we're going to take pocket A. Now, pocket A isn't a pocket yet, right? It's not a pocket if the bottom's open. So we need to put, I just simply take my 3 or no bigger than 5 millimeter tape. I put it along the bottom so that it'll tape down and it will be a pocket for me. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. So we have page A, our tape is down, and we're going to put our pocket A onto that base with the open edge to the right side of base. So we want this bottom of the pocket to be here. The open is here. Okay, so let's start by putting the bottom on like that, and now we'll just take that off. And we can just simply do that. There, okay. Flap A. Where's my flap? Here's my flap A. Okay, it's the one that's got the little oh, I don't think I there we go, burnished that. Okay, so flap A, pocket A opens up here, all good. We're going to take flap A now, and we're gonna put it on the right side of pocket A, lined up with the right side. So it's going to go here. Okay, it's going to go just on the edge here. So if you're nervous about it, you're making sure that you have it all right, just take a little bit of this piece off, and you can go right up like that. Sorry if it's my head's in the way. And now I can just go down, and I have it on. Okay, there's my flap A. Page B. Okay, page B looks like this. It has the big, I'm going to put it to the left side of page A on the back side of taped area. Okay, so attach page B to the left side of page A on back side of taped area. So again, here's your tape. So on the back of that, not on that side. So it's actually going to go on your pocket, and you can put it on top, you can put it on the bottom, you can put it in the middle, totally up to you. Whatever your wish is. I think I'm going to start, I'm going to put my first page, come on, my first page is going to be on top, my second one in the center, and then I'll end with the one on the bottom, I think. Just because that's what I want. You don't have to do that. Okay, there we go. So page B, remember, had that larger gusset. So here it is. Okay, with base page A open, so we've got page, it's open because center and attach pocket B. So pocket B, we want to center it here. Okay, it's going to go in here. Again, it's not a pocket until we've closed it up. It doesn't matter what the top and the bottom is. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter. Oh, stay down. I need it to be a pocket. Go. And we're going to put it centered. There's not a whole lot of room anyways, so there we go. Take that off. Take that off. There we go. It's just going to fall down. Okay. Flip page A so you can see the tape. Okay. So we're flipping. Attach flap B to this side. Okay, so flap B on the opposite side of the tape. So we're going to put flap B right here. Here's the tape. We want it on the opposite side of the tape. So we want it nicely there. Okay. There we go. We're going to put our belly band on flap B. So we're going to put our belly band right there. If you want it higher, you can put it higher. You can put it lower. I wouldn't put it lower because you're going to be putting a, but you could put it higher if you wish. I'm going to center it. That's what I've been doing. So, and again, I just eyeballed it, right? I did not measure. If you're a measurer, go for it. But I like to just eyeball. And attach flap C. Okay, so this is flap C. On the left side of flap A on 2 pages. Okay, I gave you 3 of these, so you don't, it'll be on all 3 pages, okay? Attach flap C to the left side of flap A. Okay, so it's going to be, let me just check on my, in my book here. Here's flap A. I'm going to flip that again, or we could just work with it like this. So flap A, we're going to put it on the left side. So it's going to go like this. So it's going to go here. It's not quite straight. Grr. That will bother me. So I'm going to take my trusty undo. I don't know if you know about undo. It is magic. It is the best. It will not hurt your paper. It doesn't hurt the tape even. You can reuse the tape right away. You don't even have to let it dry. So I'm just letting my, running this, there, running it underneath. And it does look wet, but it's not going to stay wet. It's going to dry nicely. My tape is fine. I'm just going to pull it out a bit. And I'm going to straighten it out. There we go. That's better. So, undo. I cannot make an album without it. Okay. There we go. Flap C. All right. And insert D. Okay. Insert D. I have already made one. Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay. So you're going to take your two insert Ds and you're going to glue them together. Okay. So this is what I did here. I have an insert D. I glued it to that side of the other insert D, okay, so that you have like a little booklet. Then you want to take insert C and put it on the other side of the D. So this is a D, this is a D, okay, this is C. And so C is the same size and it's going to go on. So what you have then is that little booklet I was showing you that goes onto your belly band and goes like that into your belly band. Okay. As far as your inside pocket, let's put that in. Okay. You don't need to worry about not having pretty paper on there. You can slide it in after the fact. It's not a pocket until I've put that thin tape on it. And this you're going to do front and back. So you'll do the same thing on the back as what I'm doing on the front here. And it's, I think it's pretty exact. I think it's gonna go, yeah, pretty much to the bottom with maybe not even a 16th on the sides. We're gonna take this off. Take this off. And we've got our pocket. And what you'll do is you will slide your pattern paper inside here. Okay. So that is it. We now have to put our page into our book. So what we're going to do is, here we go. This piece here that we've been kind of avoiding, we are going to put it in our book. Okay, so we're going to put it, I would say, what did I do on mine? Let's see. Yeah, I left about 1/2 inch, I guess. So I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch. We need to make sure that we have room for all of them, right? The next one will go right here, and the next one will go there. And so you'll have a 1/2 inch left on this end because of this flap. And we're going to try to have about a 1/2 inch on this side. So let's pull this off. And I'm going to work, like I said, I always work kind of backwards. Now, I want to make sure that I'm within this, see the gusset hider that we had here and here? Let's use that as our even point. If we want to make sure we have 1/2 inch, we could always measure, that's a 1/2 inch. Okay, so we don't want to have it any closer or any further out than that. So I'm going to go even, even, there. And there it is. So we have our first page in our book. Okay. Page, we have that. We have this that pulls out. We have a pocket. We have the back where we have a belly band. We have our little booklet. We have lots of room here. And don't forget that we have, whoop, make sure that they're long enough that they're not going to get lost. We also have a pocket here that you can use. Okay, so that's the book. We're going to do, you'll do exactly the same thing with the second one. I've got one here. It's going to go right there. Okay, so when it goes against it, see how much room you still have on your spine. And then you'll put the next one so that you'll still have room. Okay, so that's the book. It's a wonderful little book. I love it. In fact, I think I'm going to do this one this way for my newest granddaughter. I think I like it. So, hope I've been clear enough, and I hope you have fun making it and enjoy using it. Bye now.